I'm on the Steam page for Battlefield 2042, and quite frankly, I had no idea that the game was in this bad of a shape. This is under the most helpful reviews in the past day. Dayman Nightman. Not recommended. He's got 13.6 hours on record. Here's the problems, or the things that have been taken out of Battlefield 2042 that have been in previous Battlefield games. Which I was, like I said, I was amazed that this happened. It's ridiculous. No single player mode. Okay, I understand that like having a full-fledged campaign or even having those like Battlefield stories that takes time and stuff. Okay, maybe it still sucks for people who love that stuff. No server browser. What was I going to tell? No general team or player scoreboard. Only your own squad is shown. What the hell is that? No general chat. Only team, squad, and party. No VoIP. No team deathmatch. Free for all. Like what? No leaning, peeking out while in cover. No score bonuses for headshots, multi-kills, or hit-based damage XP gain. No persistent lobbies. Back to the main menu after every match. A lot of this stuff so far has been crazy, but what the hell? No ammo pickups off dead enemies' player kits. Only obtained through specialists. No levolution beyond the tornado. The sandstorm on the hourglass map only hurts visibility. That when, no melee weapon options. Though melee is completely discouraged by the bugs and low damage it yields. No spawning in other players' passenger seats when game is about to start. No changing teams, squads, or creating a new squad entirely. Squad bonuses, field upgrades, and drop-ins have also been removed. No self-promoting to squad leader by requesting an order. No battle log, player stats page. Laughable end-of-match player highlights with voice lines that make these battle-hardened soldiers fighting a global scale proxy war act like middle schoolers. Okay, that might just be a personal thing. I'm sure some people probably don't care. Though the soundtrack is just as eclectic and electronic as past modern Battlefield, its placements is few and far between, and is awkwardly sequenced throughout the match. HUD is an absolute mess of small icons with large lettering. When an objective is capped, a message takes up all of your top screen real estate for a good 5 seconds. GeForce 10 series card owners, even the later released ones, good luck in even attempting to come close to a stable frame rate. It's far from optimized, and server run latency is common. Ugh. Weapon bloom only helps bad players and hurts good ones. Buildings are not as destructible as previous Battlefield games. Rarely we see a collapsed building or create tactical cover while destroying chunks of walls or terrain. Crouch sprinting, being prone while on your back, and being knocked down from explosions from Battlefield 5 have been removed. Rework class system into hero shooter like character select. Yeah, ugh, the hell with that. Can never gauge what height you can and can't climb over. Customization is nowhere near the depth of Battlefield 4, 1, and 5. Only 19 primary weapons and 3 sidearms, 4 assault rifles, 4 SMGs, 2 LMGs, 6 rifles, and 3 shotguns. Shotguns are completely unnecessary as close quarters combat is never emphasized. 14 different vehicle types to make up for the map's large sizes, though you are at the whim of availability and demand, so traversing the maps a majority of the times involves walking great distances for small rewards. Tarkov-like hazard zone mode where matchmaking lasts 3+ minutes and crossplay is all but required due to PC's player base. Jesus. Now some of this stuff you could sit here and say, well, it's not a huge deal. Not like a big deal. Like for instance, the whole no levolution beyond the tornado and stuff. No leaning, peeking out while in cover. That to me, it kind of depends on your play style. But the whole no team deathmatch free for all, what the hell? No persistent lobbies. The whole no scoreboard thing. Personal preference, I suppose. I would classify that as something that's important. But no single player mode. That just hurts the overall package. In the way of some people are like, I don't want to buy this game if it doesn't have a single player. I know plenty of people like that. No changing teams, squads, or creating a new squad entirely. Like, what the hell? Or just like the no battle log, player stats page, the soundtrack and all that stuff. That's, that kind of stuff is debatable. The building's not as destructible as previous games. That really would bother, some people. I haven't played Battlefield 2042. I'm not going to, guys. Like, just like one of the things about a rework class system and the hero shooter, like character select. Nope, no thank you. I don't want to play fucking Overwatch or whatever. I want to play Battlefield. And it's like, okay, I can just go back and play Battlefield 4 if I really want. See, I'd also heard, which the reason I bring up Battlefield 4 is that Battlefield 4 launched in a state that would best be called garbage, basically. I mean, it was horrendous. Like rubber banding out the ass. You couldn't even. I remember playing with a friend. We had just got our PS4s, and he's a huge Battlefield fan at the time. He's kind of grown out of it now because the games aren't as good. But anyway, he was a huge fan. I remember the very first match we played, he got disconnected 3 times in like 5 minutes. Now, of course, he was such a big fan that he wasn't going to let that deter him, and we kept playing. But I remember the rubber banding. I remember the all kinds of issues. But they ended up, patching it up, and then it became basically the best shooter on the PlayStation 4. It turned into a really good game. I can go play that. Well, like what? See, and that's like one of the problems I have is it's almost like MMOs. Like a new MMO will come out, or just any game in general, and they won't keep the quality of life stuff that has happened in all these other MMOs that have been out a while. It's like they'll launch, very few costumes to buy, or outfits, or whatever you want to call them. No player housing. Because I know some people who don't give a crap about player housing, and I know some people that's all they want to do in MMOs is decorate their houses and stuff. All that, But it's just, damn, I've already gone 7 minutes with this video. But anyway, I'm amazed at all this stuff. Now, some of it, like I said, you could say is debatable. Oh, it's not a big deal. But then other ones, you're like, how in the hell does a game launch in 2021 with, for the no persistent lobbies? Now the no single player mode, maybe you could argue, hold on a sec. Sorry about that. But maybe you could argue that, okay, well, no single player mode, okay, that's fine, whatever. But the whole no persistent lobbies, no team deathmatch, no free for all, like what the hell is that? Why in the world? Now maybe this applies just to the PC version. I don't really know, to be honest. And quite frankly, even if it's in the console versions, who cares? It's not on PC. Plus also, as he mentioned here, towards the bottom, crossplay is all but required due to PC's player base. Well, okay, that's crossplay period. I mean, so I don't really know all the details and stuff because, like I said, I don't care about this game. I don't want to play it. Like, why the hell? It's like they take, like they release a game and then they take 3 or 4 steps forward with all the patching that comes later over the year, 2 years, or whatever. And then they come out with a new one, and it makes all the same mistakes that the first one did when that first came out. Plus, how they've removed a fair amount of things. This is crazy. I know, my friend, my big, friend who was a huge Battlefield fan. 19 primary weapons. He'd be like, "What the hell is that?" Because one of the things he loved about, for instance, like Battlefield 4, was how you could unlock attachments for all these guns and stuff over time, as well as just the fact that there were so many of those guns to begin with. Now, I'm sure someone would argue, hey, well, they're small variations on each other, But I mean, I don't know. Different people have different likes and stuff, but to me, it's just one of those things where you're like, damn, dude, I can't believe they took all this shit out. Okay, well, I want to go ahead and wrap this up real quick. I went 9.5 minutes. I wasn't expecting to go this long. But just let me know. If you've played Battlefield, let me know. Maybe you've done the 10-hour trial or whatever for EA for Origin access or whatever. I don't, if so, let me know. Maybe I'm wrong on some of this stuff. Maybe this guy's wrong on some of this stuff. I don't know. But anyway, let me know your comments down below, all that stuff. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.